What's going on, everyone? My name is Twig, and it has been a little bit. I've been grinding Silksong runs and putting a ton of time into Escape from Tarkov recently, which has taken away from putting videos out. Nonetheless, I have a few ready to go, and today we are covering Valor Mortis since I was accepted to participate in the playtest on Steam. If you hadn't seen anything on this game yet, it is a first-person Souls-like style game from the creators of Ghost Runner. Set between the late 18th century and early 19th century, you rise from death as a former soldier of Napoleon's army as you try to unravel a conspiracy that threatens all of humanity. There are quite a few different types of monsters showcased in this, and a lot of really cool gameplay features that we'll cover here in this first look video. As of right now, Valor Mortis is set to release sometime in 2026 and is slated to come to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. I put about an hour and 15 minutes into it in order to see everything the playtest has to offer, and overall, I was pleasantly surprised with it. You can only level up to 10 in this playtest, and I chose to focus strictly on maximizing total health and increasing my parrying impact, which gave me more posture damage with each successful parry. For me, parrying put the game on easy mode. Learning enemy attack patterns is the ticket to victory in this, but some enemy attacks are not so easy to telegraph. There are certain attacks that you can't parry where you have to dodge just like in other Souls-likes, but these attacks still can be punished with a perfect dodge. I think for me, using mouse and keyboard, the parry key being left control and the dodge key being left alt just didn't feel good, so I rebound both of those to mouse keys that I had open. As you can see by the gameplay, the enemies have a health bar and a stagger meter that fills up by getting successful attacks off, parrying, and if it's available, by shooting the plague spots on their body with your firearm, which really helps in the end of playtest boss fight. The finishing moves are super sick, and swordplay feels pretty good. Vaulting and climbing looks and feels decent, and exploration is definitely present in this first area of the game. After you get abilities like the flame hand or the pistol weapon, you're able to run back to previous sections to unlock a little path that was inaccessible before, and one secret area has a pretty tough enemy tucked away in it. In my opinion, the premise of the game is unique and interesting. There are notes to pick up and hologram style visions for you to watch as you progress to give you more insight into the story. I didn't put any points into endurance, but stamina does seem to be pretty impactful on how many swings you can get in or how much blocking you plan to do. Blocking is interesting because it takes health that can be regained back by attacking, and as a whole, these systems they have in place feel pretty good. There are currently a few different statistic categories when you open the character progression screen at a bonfire. You have max health, max magic, the amount of magic that you gain back, max endurance, and then endurance regen rate, and then there is a progression chart where as you level you use points to put into certain skills, and after getting through each tier you're able to equip these charm style items that give your character buffs. Once I picked up the auto health regen charm, I pretty much stuck with that one, but there are some tempting ones to use, like one that lets you regen health from successful attacks only and does away with flask, which sounds like it could be pretty decent. You find and loot a lot of these charms in chests as you progress, along with flask upgrades, ammo, catalyst shards, which is basically like your souls currency. There are quite a few locked and hidden character upgrades, which is promising for the full release. Menuing feels nice. I did have frame drops in 2 locations when loading the new area, but for the most part the game ran great for me. The only bug I had was when I initiated a riposte against the final boss of the demo. The audio went out for a few seconds before kicking back in, but that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think. These Souls-like features feel pretty on point. Lantern placement was good, and those are bonfires if I didn't already mention that. Enemy difficulty wasn't bad at all. First phase of the final boss was pretty easy, and second phase was a good challenge but not too bad. I think parrying was the most fun part of the game for me, and I'd love to have a ton of different types of swords and guns to use in the full release. Visuals were decent. This is a pre-alpha build, so they're definitely going to be tweaking and building on a lot of ideas and a lot of feedback from the community for sure. One thing that kind of bugged me was, since I was mostly parrying every enemy, I found I didn't have iframes to get out of the animation before getting hit by other enemies when I was fighting multiple at a time, which resulted in some frustrating chip damage taken. But other than that, I'm a huge fan of the clean UI, and I look forward to seeing how this game progresses. If you're on Steam, first and foremost, give me an ad on there. My profile is public, and you can join the curator group if you want, but go try and join the playtest. I know a lot of people on my friends list got in, and I actually applied back earlier this year, I think, but it was a ton of fun, and I enjoyed it. I filled out the survey at the end to give my thoughts, and I think that they're creating something unique and cool, taking Souls-like into first person. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far into the video, stay tuned for the next episode, and I will catch you in the next one, hopefully sooner rather than later. Peace, guys.